Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Iowa versus Oklahoma college basketball matchup on Thursday, November 23rd, 2023. Of course, I do tons of free picks every day, and when you give out that many free picks, well, you're going to like some the best, and those are the ones that are the games I'm betting. I put those over at Pickdawgz.com under the Premium Picks tab. You can use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets, but you can only get it by texting the number you see on the screen. So if you're a big bettor, text that number. But let's get to this one. Iowa taking on Oklahoma. Good battle. Big 10 versus the Big 12. Certainly not the top teams, or at least not considered the top teams in those conferences. But, well, things change in a hurry in college hoops. So maybe one of these teams is better than we thought they were. I tell you, Iowa has looked decent at times. At other times, well, not so decent. We saw them against Creighton get kind of, they were getting beaten up badly in that game. I think the score isn't really indicative of as to how the game went. It was 92-84 was the final. Creighton won that game. Creighton was a 12.5 point favorite, so Iowa ended up covering the spread. But the thing is, Creighton was blasting them for most of the game, and then they kind of took their foot off the gas, and instead of doing what Creighton does and continuing on with their offense and everything that they did to get to that point, they kind of went into this whole thing where they slow it down, shoot bad shots late in the shot clock, and they let Iowa claw their way back into it. In fact, they got really close at one point, but they weren't. When it came time when they were both playing at full tilt, well, it was pretty much a mismatch. Of course, Iowa was a tournament team a year ago, losing to Auburn. But I don't know if this Iowa team really has what it takes. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma, Porter Moser era continues here in Norman. And of course, they've got him from Loyola Chicago. He's the guy that got the Ramblers to the Final Four and deep into the tournament and all that kind of stuff. And Oklahoma's just hoping that he could do something similar for them. Of course, this is the Sooners' last year in the Big 12 before they head on over to the SEC. But right now, the Oklahoma offense is shooting at an alarming 51% from the floor. That is just straight, that is just cold-blooded, man, really. There's really no other way to put it. And hitting those free throws at nearly 80%. They're in the top 20 in the nation in free throw percentage. They're in the top 30 in the nation in field goal percentage. The thing is that they shoot threes pretty well, but they're still ranked at about 150th, so still in the top half or better than the top half of teams in the nation. Defensively, Iowa, they've been up against some pretty tough teams, so they don't have the really big numbers defensively, and it'll be interesting to see exactly how they stack up in this game. When we look at the Iowa offense, well, they've been okay, but at the same time, I don't like the way it's going to stack up against this Oklahoma defense, which defends the perimeter extremely well and holds teams to very low shooting percentages against Porter Moser style. I think Sooners just too much in this one. I'm going to take Oklahoma, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your bets, check out our betting tools at Sports Chat Place. They're 100% free, and all they do is tell you how often historically all of the bets on the board today have hit, and then they show you today's odds and then point you to the most favorable bets on the board.